They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the... And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Titans.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Winner. This is Mark Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. They'll run here with Ingram. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Rolling to his right, and that's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it'll be second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. Tannehill throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Open man is Duvernay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Titans. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Titans 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hopkins. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum, and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he stopped immediately there.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
At the 33-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Mostert. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
The kick is
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Titans 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. From the gun, Jackson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson will throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. To throw again is Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. With it is Jackson. A punt of 46, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football.
Take over 1st and 10.
The first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Tannehill on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Calais Campbell on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 2-yard line.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
53 is the mark. You.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
no gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. Taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
4th down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ayy, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa?